Good afternoon, Dean, faculty, parents, family, and friends. We welcome you to the University of South Alabama's Pat Capps Covey College of Allied Health and Department of Radiologic Sciences 2020 Virtual Convocation Ceremony. We are living in challenging times. This year, and in particular, the last 5 months have had an unforeseen effect on the graduates that we are celebrating during this event. With all of the uncertainties and rearrangement of schedules, convocation at the University of South Alabama is still considered a very special time. The students we are recognizing today have worked hard over the last 6 semesters to get to this point that they are at today. All of them had shown perseverance in reaching this goal. It has been through the support of family members, significant others, or mom and dad that they have succeeded. We as faculty and as students applaud this task. I ask that each family member, significant other, or friend that has taken on this role for our students for the past 2 years, please understand that without your support, both emotionally and financially, that these students would not have been able to complete this chapter in their life. As I think about the students to graduate, I think about how 41 years ago this year, I was in their shoes. It was the beginning of a very rewarding career for me. Things have changed, both technologically and procedurally, in the field of radiology. We have moved from being a high technology field to a higher technology field. But even in this time span of technological advances, we have not forgotten our role as a patient care provider. Many of us in the room know Ed Germain, who is considered by some as the father of radiologic technology education. He focused his efforts in the field of radiology technology on technique and on how things were done in imaging. He also devoted his effort on developing a unified concept of this X-ray technique. Germain developed the first registry for radiology technology in 1922, and during its first year in existence, passed 89 candidates. It was during this time frame that the American Registry of X-ray Technologies, or the ARXT, was formed, which the name was later changed to what we know it as today, the American Registry of Radiologic Technology, or ARRT. I wanted to say all of this to recognize an individual who close to 100 years ago believed of the importance of competence and training in the field of radiology technology. I want to read you a piece out of a journal, X-Ray Technician, dated 1942. It's sad to say, too often, X-ray technicians and button pushers are confused in the minds of many. It is granted that equipment manufacturers have come a long way toward the elimination of many knobs and buttons on the control panel. And X-ray equipment these days carries more automatic and foolproof devices than in an earlier period. But so long as the individual patient remains the causative factor behind an X-ray examination, X-ray pictures will not be easy to make. It is precisely to dissipate this prevalent fallacy of being button pushers that X-ray technicians are making definite steps toward limiting this field to those better qualified by training and educational background. More than 75 years later, this message still rings true. You graduates now have the responsibility as the future of our profession to proceed with this mindset of required competency. Do this as an advocate for your patients, and even more importantly, for the safety of your patients. And finally, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that many of our students and faculty have lost loved ones during the previous 24 months. I personally believe that these individuals are celebrating with you all today in a place free from this pandemic and confusion. I know that you will miss them, and my thoughts are with you. I now present to you the graduating class from the Department of Radiologic Sciences 2020. please join me in welcoming the Interim Dean of the Covey College of Allied Health, Dr. Susan Gordon Hickey, who will now present the Dean's Award.
Congratulations to the Radiologic Sciences class of 2020. You've been through more than the average class by managing patient care during a pandemic. The class of 2020 will forever be regarded as resilient, steadfast, and dedicated. We thank you for how you've managed your commitments and risen to the challenge of a national health crisis during your training. We hope that this has improved your knowledge and skills as you embark upon your career. My name is Susan Gordon Hickey, and I'm proud to serve as the Interim Dean in the College of Allied Health Professions. As such, it is my honor to award the Dean's Award for Outstanding Academic Performance for the Radiologic Sciences class of 2020. Today, we honor a student that has demonstrated strong leadership abilities. She is described as having compassion for her patients. Her faculty describe her commitment to understanding all concepts and working to integrate and synthesize information. She's maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout the rigorous Radiologic Sciences program and is an Alpha Eta inductee for 2020. Please join me in congratulating the Radiologic Sciences class of 2020 Dean's Awardee, Miss Stacy Presnell. Congratulations, Stacy. And congratulations to all of you. We are proud to have you join the USA alumni family. Good luck to you in your healthcare career.
It has been a privilege to be an instructor in the University of South Alabama's mammography program. It has been a very challenging year for the students. It's been challenging technically, it's been challenging didactically, and most important, it's been challenging in the clinical aspect of the program. Yet in spite of the difficulties in the year of the COVID-19 pandemic, you were able to demonstrate your skills and knowledge in patient care and acquiring the mammographic examination, and you showed your expertise and knowledge in your patient care. I applaud you for your commitment to this distinctive imaging modality. It takes a special type of person to work in this discipline. It takes the kind of person who understands the meticulous requirements in creating the mammographic image, as well as preserving the dignity of your patient during the mammogram. This year's mammography award for the 2019-2020 academic year is going to CAULEY. Congratulations, CARLEY, and congratulations to everyone in your accomplishments this year. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I want to begin by commending all of you on a job well done. I know that your senior year did not end the way you expected it to, yet you all persevered, met every challenge head on, and demonstrated a tremendous amount of resilience. So congratulations to you all. I am presenting the award to the student who demonstrated clinical excellence in vascular radiography. Vascular radiography is an extremely challenging modality because you are routinely standing shoulder to shoulder with a physician who is an expert in either the field of radiology or the field of cardiology. Vascular radiography students have to be able to anticipate moves before the physician. They have to be able to meticulously handle devices and other instruments. And they have to have a heightened sense of awareness of their surroundings as well as their patient's condition throughout an entire exam. This year, I have had the pleasure of instructing 3 wonderful young women in vascular radiography. I want to thank them all for their patience and their tenacity. One of these young ladies continued to stand out in the clinical setting. She earned rave reviews everywhere she went. One adjunct reported that she was eager to learn and that her enthusiasm was infectious. They stated that she was caring to both the people that she worked with and the patients that she encountered. She always asked appropriate questions, and they could see that she immediately applied her newfound knowledge to the very next case. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award in Vascular Radiography, Brittany Scruggs.
Hello everyone, congratulations to all the graduates of class 2020. This has been a difficult and complex year, and you all raised to the challenge in completing what you started 2 years ago. Each year we present an award for didactic and clinical excellence in magnetic resonance imaging, MRI. The student has proven to be a goal-oriented and dedicated individual. This year I am pleased to present this award to Lindsay Den Besten. Congratulations, Lindsay.
Hi, I want to start out by congratulating all the graduates of the class of 2020. This has been a difficult year in many ways for a lot of us, and these students have helped me get through this year as much as I hope that I have helped them. I've had the privilege of instructing 13 students in CT this year. Computed tomography is a very fast-paced environment, and these students have risen to the challenge to gain the skills and knowledge necessary to perform as competent radiographers in CT, and I'd be happy to have them image my family. Computed tomography plays a very important role in medical imaging. We're often the first to see stroke patients and trauma victims so that they can get their treatment as soon as possible. We aid in the diagnosis and staging of cancer, vascular anomalies, and skeletal abnormalities. There's no part of the body that we cannot image. Having instructed these 13 students, and while they are all very competent individuals, I do have to select one individual to receive the outstanding performance in CT. When selecting the recipient of this award, I look at both their didactic and clinical performance. We often hear negative things about students from technologists in the hospital, and not often do we hear good things. This year though, I received several emails from various clinical sites about one in particular student, and I would love to share one of those comments with you right now. I just want to take a minute and tell you how impressed I am with this student. She's been the biggest help to us. She takes action and asks about getting the next patient before we can get to it. Thank you for sending her to us this semester. We will all miss her so much when she is gone. So this year, I would like to present the Outstanding Award for Achievement in CT to Stacy Presnell. Congratulations, Stacy, and congratulations again to the entire class of 2020.
The radiation therapy program in South Alabama was begun in 2004 under the direction of Patricia Brewer. Since the inception of the program, no class of students has experienced a school year like you have. You have had some difficult first experiences in the program, from the loss of a classmate to the pandemic. The therapy program is demanding under the best of circumstances, from intense academic coursework to the daily care you provide for patients at clinical sites. While you have been bombarded with warnings on protecting yourselves and your families, you have selflessly returned to clinic to provide treatment for patients some of which have a life-threatening illness. When I have read your writing assignments, I see that you recognize the need for excellence in clinic to provide the best care for every patient. There are no shortcuts in radiation therapy. I would like to recognize one student in particular who has excelled academically in the classroom as well as in the clinical setting. This student has a chronic habit of turning in work early, always arrives early, and has not missed a single day throughout the program. It is my pleasure to present the Outstanding Therapy Student Award to AVERY HOLT. Congratulations, AVERY, and congratulations to each of you. I'm proud that each of you has completed your journey and that you have made it to the final hurdle, the registry. Thank you.
Students that have been enrolled in the ultrasound program for the last 3 semesters have had even more challenges than most. With a change in faculty, the onset of the pandemic, and limited access to lab practice, they have had a challenging time. Being proactive in the clinical education experience and taking advantage of every opportunity is a characteristic that was factored into this selection. This type of behavior will be to your advantage in the development of your skills into the future as an ultrasonographer. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2020 Clinical Excellence Award in Ultrasound to Ms. KATELYN CONNELL. Congratulations, Katie. One last statement to the class of 2020. Go out into the world and make a difference. Stay active in your profession. Join your state society of radiologic technologists. Stay active in your national society. We are on the verge of licensing for the state of Alabama for radiologic technologists. It will be your responsibility to protect our profession and our patients. Good luck and God bless.